Hi, imagine your sales team getting 200 emails a day consisting of demo requests, pricing questions, support issues, job applications, and even spam, and all of them landing in the same inbox, like this as shown here. And someone has to read every single one of them, decide which category it falls under, and route it to the right department or person. And this can take about 3 to 4 hours a day. Hot leads can go cold while they wait for responses. And so I built an AI powered email routing and response system. And basically, this system does everything automatically using AI. So I'm going to walk through what the system does at a high level. We're going to cover the 5 stages, which is when an email comes in, the AI will then classify the type and category of the email. It's going to then route it based on the category, whether it is a demo request, pricing inquiry, partnership proposal, support issue, job application, or spam. And then it's going to take automated action and logs everything into the Google spreadsheet. And so for the tech stack of this system, I use n8n for the automation layer. We're going to use Gmail, Claude for the classification agent. We're going to use Google Sheets to log everything and Slack to send notifications to our team. So I'm going to go through each category one by one. So we're going to start with a demo request sent by Lisa Chen. So she requested to set up an appointment sometime this Thursday or Friday to take a look at the demo. And so what's going to happen here is once she sent this email, we receive the email via the Gmail trigger. What happens is we normalize the data. So we're going to extract the message ID, the sender's email, the sender's name. This is currently my name because I sent it through my alternate email. We're going to pull the subject line as well as the body of the email and the date. So what happens next is the classification agent is going to take a look at the email that you received. It is going to then classify and categorize the type of email by demo request. It's going to give it an intent score, classify the sender's name, email, company name, role title, as well as the key request of the email, and set an urgency level. So what happened was we managed to categorize it as a demo request. Intent score of 9. Sender's name was Lisa Chen. This is her email that she included in the email. So the company name is Brightpath. Role title, key request. She wants a demo focus on automated routing and communication workflows. And urgency set as high because she wants to see a demo. And so she would be considered as a hot lead. And so what happens next is we categorize, since it is under demo request, it's going to go through this branch up here. So first we're going to add a new row in hot leads sheet. So over here under hot leads, we are just going to log all the necessary information of the email here. What happens next is a sales assistant agent is going to check availability in our calendar and see if the time is available to set up an appointment with her. So this is the output that our agent has come up with. So it would then send a message to our sales team in our Slack. So how it will look like in Slack would be like this: hot leads. So a new demo request from Lisa Chen. What does she want to request for? Urgency level, intent score, and it also created a ready draft that all we have to do is click approve, and it would then send out the reply to Lisa. So this is a draft that was generated by our agent. We'd love to schedule sometime next week. Yep. And what will happen next is once we click on that approve button here, then it would then prompt the workflow to send out the reply and finally update the status in our Google Sheet as replied. And that's why it's showing here as replied. So now we're going to go through a pricing inquiry email sent by Rachel Kim, and she basically is interested in per user versus flat rate pricing, what's included in the professional plan, and are there any volume discounts for any annual billing. And so what happened in this workflow was that the Gmail trigger activated and it pulled the relevant information. So it pulled the subject line as well as the body of the email, sent it through to the classification agent to categorize the email, and it categorized it as under pricing inquiry here, gave it an intent score of 8, and we then went through the pricing inquiry branch, which is to first add a new row in our warm leads sheet. So here we can see it added a new row, Rachel Kim, what her role was, and the key request of the email, and basically send it to the AI sales assistant that helps generate a reply to Rachel. And then we would then send a notification to our sales pipeline channel in Slack. So it would then look like this. From Rachel, question was request for pricing tiers, and an auto reply with pricing was sent. Yeah, so for a partnership proposal, here is an email by Jordan Ellis from DataSync AI. They are just proposing a partnership with our agency, and the pipeline would then look like this. So once the agent classifies it as a partnership proposal email, it would then append row in the partnership sheet here. So we're just going to send in some information about the sender, and we're going to then send a message to our Slack channel to notify our team. Here it's going to look like this. And basically we didn't send an automated reply, and the reason is because a partnership is quite an important decision to make, and so we would need our head of department to do a manual review and handle it manually from his side. So for support tickets, this is an example email by Sarah Nguyen, and she's been trying to reset her password for the last 2 days, but she's having trouble with it, and so she sent in a support ticket. And once we receive that message from her, the agent will then classify it, and it classified it as a support issue. So we're gonna then append row in the support sheet here, Sarah Nguyen, and what's a key request. And the next step is to send a notification to our team in Slack. So it's going to be here, support issue summary, unable to receive password reset for 2 days and needs urgent access. And so what happens next is it's going to send an automated reply to Sarah, mentioning that her inquiry is being handled by our support team and she should hear back within 24 hours. So the reply would look like this. Hi Sarah, thanks for reaching out. It looks like your question is being handled by our support team. I forwarded your email to them and you should hear back within 24 hours. Next is a job application email from David Park, and he's just writing to express his interest in the marketing manager role. And so when his email is received, the agent would then categorize it as a job application. It's going to then go through this pipeline over here. We're going to append row in job application, append row here, and we're going to send a message to our team as well in Slack. So under the job application channel, we have our summary of the position he's applying for, and our team and our hiring team can then take over from here. And we also will send out a automated reply to David, and so the reply would then just look really simple like this: thank you for applying to our company, and just to let him know that his application is currently being reviewed so that he doesn't feel like he's not getting any reply. And that's about it for our job application pipeline. So for the last category of email would be a spam or scam email. So this is an example of an email. So what happens is we're gonna, as usual, normalize the data, and the agent will then classify this email. And so here we can see that it was categorized as a spam email with an intent score of 1. And basically, it was just explaining a bit about how this is a classic advance fee scam, and that it exhibits multiple red flags. And so it's going to then route it through the scam or spam route, and it's just going to mark the email as spam. So let me show you this working in real time. I'm going to go ahead and send over another demo request email from my alternate account, and we're going to see it activate the workflow. So let's go ahead and refresh. Yep, so now we've got a new email for a demo, or a request for a demo. And let's go ahead and take a look at our execution. It's now that it's running. We're gonna wait for a little bit here. Okay, perfect. So our agent has classified it as a demo request. So intent score is 9, and so it's going to go up to this branch over here as a demo request. We're going to append row in our hot leads. Yes, a new row has been appended here for Dr. Priya, requesting a demo for AI-powered email system, and it's then going to wait for approval in our Slack channel. So over here in our hot leads, it's asking for our approval. So let's have a quick look at this. So our reply draft was ready, and they've even offered some available time slots for our demo booking. And great, this looks good. So I'm just going to go ahead and click approve. So once this approves, the workflow would then be triggered, and it would then send out an automated reply back to the sender. So let's just wait for a second. Okay, so now it's succeeded. It has sent in a reply as well as updated our sheet's status as replied. Let's see. Okay, so the problem here that the email that we're using to match is our own email, but the email that was registered here was not our alternate email, so this wasn't changed. But because I'm using my own email address to send in a test email, so that's the reason why this didn't update. And so our agent has finally sent in a reply to Dr. Mehta regarding her demo request. We've even offered some available time slots for them to decide which time suits them best, and then we'll then wait for their confirmation. And so that's about it for our demo. So as you can see, our AI-powered email routing and response system works fine, and here are all the hot leads populated in our spreadsheet. Warm leads here, partnership requests, support tickets, as well as job applications. And in our Slack channel, we also have job application here, partnership proposal, hot leads here, sales operations, which is support issues, and our pricing inquiry here. So I'm just going to summarize our business impact of our email system. And our response time drops from hours to minutes. The sales coordinator manages to save 15 to 20 hours a week. No leads will fall through the cracks. We have a full audit trail of every email. And this system is for any B2B company with a shared inbox handling more than 50 plus inbound emails a day, sales teams, agencies, clinics, or any service businesses that handles a large volume of emails every day. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed this walkthrough of the system, and please check out my other videos as well. Thank you.